Are you going to go, Charlie?
Oh, and we're back.
I just figured even Phil's intimidating you. Well, he probably is, but imitating you now. You clearly didn't listen to last
Anyway,
week.
we've got guests on, Jade. So
Yeah, we have.
I feel like we should start picking on them instead of me.
No, Dave's, as we said before, Dave and I used to work together at the same radio station in a former life. And Dave's always one of my my favourites. Welcome to the show, Dave ONeil.
Thanks, Jade. Yes, we did. And I was saying you were very talkative, very friendly. And Kate Lanebrook was always trying to set you up on dates because you were single back then. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, I was single for a very long time.
20 years? Almost 20 years. It was like 2001 I started at Nova, I reckon.
Yeah, it was 2001 when I started at Nova. When it very first started. You're suffering. You've been to the dentist.
Yeah, I've been to the dentist. But it's not too bad. I'm okay. I'm happy.
If we look at your podcast studio, which is clearly your pantry, there's probably a reason you're at the dentist.
Exactly. The first time I went to this dentist, he said to me, he looked at my teeth and he said, do you eat lollies and drink soft drink? I go, are you a psychic? He's like, no, I'm a dentist. So, yeah, I'm sitting in I call it my Zoom podcast studio, and there's just a whole wall of chips, Diet Coke, cereal.
Well, you got to keep your energy levels up somehow. Exactly.
And what happens when I do a Zoom call, I talk about how I'm really healthy. I've got a white screen. The white screen falls over and all my hoarding stuff. And there's toilet paper as well. There's the whole hoarding scenario here.
So you're the one that's been clearing the shelves. Did you clear the shelves in the last lockdown? How did that go?
No, I didn't. No, try not to do that. I mean, I did buy some. I did buy some twisties. Yeah, I thought, gee, if the twisties run out, we're in trouble. So I've got some up here. Oh no, they've been taken. See, the kids take them. That's the problem. Cheezels, they're a good one. I like cheese.
Yeah. Actually, I heard an interesting rumor during the week. You would remember these, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Tubes. Remember tubes from the 80s? There's talk that they're coming back.
Yeah, because is it the reject shop or someone's been selling a cheap knockoff of them?
Yeah.
So now Smith's no, we're bringing the real ones back, apparently.
Good. So the reason we've got Dave on today is because the Kumi Club are having a comedy night featuring Dave ONeil.
Great, and I'm a comedian, so that's handy. Yeah, look, and I've been doing comedy for 30 years, and people that don't know me, I'm probably best known for Spicks and Specks, which I appeared on 55 times, whatever. Who counted? I didn't count it. And that's coming back soon. That's coming back in March. So with the original.
I thought you were best known for your work on the Little Dum Dum Club.
The Little Dum Dum Club's a podcast, and I reckon you're probably the only person listening to this knows.
I'm definitely aware.
No, well, I'm aware of it.
Yeah. So, well, hopefully there'll be some Dum Dum fans. For people who don't know, that is a popular podcast. But saying it's a popular podcast is like saying, it's like people that support American Gridiron or something. It's quite niche, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Who would watch American Gridiron?
Oh, stop it. So
we had this debate last week. Who cares about the Super Bowl? No one.
Well, they do. Apparently, half of our listeners do care about the Super Bowl.
That's good.
An ongoing argument between Chalutz and I. But the Kumi Club, I had a look at ticket sales. It's almost sold out, Dave. There's only like 4 tables left.
I don't think so. You're not looking at the Kevin Bloody Wilson night, are you?
From 1995.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Well, that's good if that's true. Because it is. Because as I say, the people that organise these gigs, I'm not Hughesy or Carl Barron because those guys are huge. I'm sort of in the medium level. A lot of people know me, but a lot of people don't. So you know what I mean. So maybe people come along and expect it's Hughesy. So sometimes I wear a mask.
Yeah.
And I'll speak like Hughesy. How's it going, everybody? It's a great crowd. You're a great crowd.
Do that. If you could do that for the whole show, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, just speak like this, and I could do his routine because I work with him so often. I could do his routine if you really want. So.
Yeah, yours is probably funnier, but we'll keep that between us.
Well, probably. But
yeah.
I can't say that because you're talking to me. But that's great if there's only a few tables left. So get in quick.
Yeah, it's the front.
It's only a couple of weeks away.
Yeah. And it's the front ones that are still remaining. And I think people choose the back of comedy shows so that they don't get picked on. But, hey, I'm front and center at comedy shows.
Yeah. And I'm not nasty. I just like to have a conversation. So I remember last time, where did I do Bendy go? And I said to this guy, what do you do, mate? And he goes, I'm a public servant. I said, what does that mean? What do you do? And he goes, I don't want to say in front of this crowd. And I said, I reckon you work for the water board or something. And he did. He worked for the water. And people started booing him.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's up there with parking inspector. Although I am a counsellor now. So, I had to defend public servants.
Yeah, you're a counsellor. That's incredible that you're a counsellor.
I know. Who'd have ever thunk of it? 20 years ago. But yeah.
But I've been to council meetings because I was involved in my area when I lived. They tried to close down the local pool, which they ended up doing. And we started a campaign. So I would go to a lot of council meetings, and there are some crazy people.
Yeah, Exhibit A.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But so do you get those people that just come along and want to argue like for hours?
Every day. Every single day.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I suppose it's somewhere to go. It's warm. You get a cup of tea. It's a Tuesday night. What's on TV? I don't know. We'll go to the council and start a fight. Like,
yeah. Well, that's pretty much.
Or get on Facebook and just bag the council.
Yeah.
Is your area would be incredibly huge, wouldn't it? Is it Mildura, all that Robinvale? Oh no, it wouldn't be Robinvale because across the border, wouldn't it?
No. Robinvale's this side, Euston the other side. So it's Robinvale to Swan Hill, where the end of it, and like Lake Boga is so it's 6,500 square kilometres.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And she's not just any councillor; she's a deputy mayor, Dave.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're almost
be the mayor because diversity these days, and we need female mayors. So I reckon you'll be the mayor within 5 years if you really. What is
next year?
Yeah,
what did your partner say though? It's a bit of a strain on the family because you got to go out a lot, don't you, at night and go to openings of stuff, don't you?
Cut ribbons.
Yeah, but that's all right. He's I've got a good husband, so.
You get out of the house. What a great lurk.
Exactly. Anyway, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about Dave. Let's move on. Thanks very much.
I thought about being a counsellor. I'm interested in politics, but my wife doesn't want me to be. So
why not?
Just because I'm away a fair bit anyway. So when I say I'm away, Mildura is furthest I've been for a year. So
yeah.
And I'm going to drive up too.
Are you? Dave, you should stop in here on the way. It's on the way.
Yeah, I'll stop in if you want.
Yeah. Actually, let's put you on the spot right now.
Oh,
let's put you on the spot
Dave,
right now. No. Shh. So we have a theatre here, which is a beautiful old theatre that never gets used.
It's a shame.
How much would it cost us to have you do a gig maybe the night before or the night after?
I've got stuff on, though. We'll do it another time. I'm quite happy to come up. Okay, also, we've got to get time to publicise it.
Yeah, well, mate, we've got thousands. It's 350 people?
Oh, well, we could curtain it off.
No, but COVID time, so it's only 150 people.
Yeah, exactly. Well, every gig I've done lately, and they say, "What are the numbers?" Oh, I always go, "It's COVID." We're blaming COVID now.
Fair enough.
So,
no, I'm quite happy to come and do it at some time.
Right. Well, we'll talk business. Later.
Yeah.
But
maybe you come down for the gin tasting.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Where is this theatre?
We're having a gin. No, this is separate. We're having a gin tasting podcast thing.
All right. Where's the theatre though? What town is it in?
It's in Robinvale. So we're based in Robinvale, which is halfway between Swan Hill and Mildura. You'd come up the Calder, so you'd sort of turn off. It's on the way. It's on the way. The last time I think that you and I probably spoke was a couple of years ago. You did the almond industry convention.
The almond farmers. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, in the city, in Melbourne, and you wanted me to hang shit on your husband, but I don't know if I did, or I don't think I mentioned him. I was a little bit over. It was in a really big room, but they were a good crowd. I mean, farmers. I always find farmers, a really good audience because they're intelligent, but they're also a bit sympathetic. So they're not like you do stockbrokers now. They're assholes. You know what I mean? Real estate can go either way. Real estate can be fantastic or not. Don't care. But I find anyone in that rural. But country audiences in general are more polite, and they'll give you a go. Whereas the kind of I remember doing the Sydney property group, and the guy said to me, "This is in a hotel in the centre of Sydney," and he goes, "Mate," I said, "How would you describe these people?" He goes, "Seriously, they're all assholes.
Yeah,
and they all want to do better than the next guy, and they all drive flash cars, and they all and they are. I mean, I got them eventually, but they were a hard crowd. But I find." Anyone in the farming industry, really good audience.
Yeah.
What did your husband say about the gig? I think it went okay. Yeah, it went all right.
Yeah, he loved it. And I think all the other because I think farmers are such a good crowd, and you'll find the Kumi crowd will be good because they get socially excited. It's not often, Dave, that we get comedians of your caliber or any performing arts really up this way because we're so far from anything.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, even though I am driving, but there's a lot of planes flying in Mildura these days.
There is.
Like 3 different airlines. But anyway, no, you're right. They do appreciate you coming. Whereas you go down, you go to Sydney or even Adelaide, they're like, no, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Sydney, they're like, oh, so what? I just saw, Sacha Baron Cohen walking down the street, so
Yeah.
whatever. You know?
Yeah, exactly. We'd probably have a coronary if we saw Dave ONeil walking down the street in Robinvale, let's be honest.
Really?
Celebrities are few and far between in this part of the world.
Well, maybe I should move.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. We need more people.
Oh, the book.
The book.
Yes.
There's it. We wanted to talk.
Well,
yeah, go.
yeah. Oh, you wanted to talk about hitchhiking?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about your book.
No, I wanted to hear about Did you hitchhike to Mildura? That what I got
Yeah,
from that?
that's a true story. So what happened was I went on a scout camp in between year 11 and year 12, met a really nice girl called Sonia, and she was a girl guide. I was a scout, and we pashed. And
Was she from Mildura?
she's a Mildura girl.
Well, if you're out there, Sonia.
What was her last name?
Sonia Roberts, maybe. Her mum was a teacher. Anyway, so I've tried to track her down, but she's not on Facebook, or maybe anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. She's probably any money she's moved on to life. Anyway, so and so we stayed in contact a bit during the year, but on New Year's Eve, I decided to come to Mildura and surprise her. And boy, was she surprised. Her dad answered the door. So yeah, I hitchhiked to Mildura, and her dad answered the door. It was about 8 o'clock by the time I got there, and he's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Hello, is Sonia home?" And he's like, "No, Sonia's out with her boyfriend." Oh. And so what happened? It's a very tragic story. He was a nice guy. They were nice. They were a nice family. He ended up dropping me off at the Apex Caravan Park, which is still there.
Which is still there. Mm.
Still there. And he lent me a tent, and I spent New Year's Eve, 1982, it was a long time ago, in a two-man tent by the river in the Apex Caravan Park.
Oh, you could have went Willow Fest back in those days.
I don't reckon there was any fest going on. There was a few fireworks. But
Willow Fest is a cricket festival.
Yeah, but they have a concert though.
Oh, do they?
In the good old days, they used to have a concert.
Well, there was no concert in 1982 by memory. And so then I hung around a bit, and they let me stay in the caravan in the backyard, and we ended up not getting on that well. I got on well with a little brother though, and then I got the train back to Melbourne. Yeah,
Back in the day when there was trains.
Yeah, back in the day when the train ran all the way to Mildura.
Yeah, and I remember going to the like the fun park. It was like maybe a pool pinball kind of joint.
Putt.
You know, what was it called?
Yeah.
It was called
Putt Golf and Games.
Yeah.
Yes, one of them. Yeah.
Oh God, I used to love Putt. I haven't been there in years. Have you been there lately?
No, didn't it close?
I don't know.
Oh no, the water slide closed down.
Did
That's
it?
right. There was a water slide.
That closed down.
The Aqua Coaster. Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
The Aqua Coaster. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that place too. I didn't realise that.
My history with the area is quite, and I've been up and back a bit to do gigs and stuff over the years. I did the Comedy Festival Roadshow in the theatre there with other comics, and I've done other gigs in Mildura for sure, in the area. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to get tickets, it's on the Kumiella Club website. It's March the 19th.
Friday night.
Friday night.
March
yeah.
20th, isn't it?
No, it's the 19th.
19th.
Yeah, 19th. Can you do some research, please, before you come in here?
I've got so much on the 20th. That's why. I'm seeing Midnight Oil at Mount Dunedin.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be great. That's at the winery, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be good.
I saw them last time because I'm a big Oils fan. I saw them when I was in high school and stuff, and I saw them at the My Music Box. Gee, they were good. But what happened the night I went? Jim McGee, the guitarist, fell off a little platform and did his leg. Yeah, and so it was quite, because they're all like 60 now, wouldn't they? They'd be, if I'm 55, they'd be in their 60s.
Yeah.
And Pete, it was just at the encore. Pete comes out and he goes, "Sorry guys, but Jim's done his knee,
and we're out.
We're going to do an acoustic song, and we'll get an ambulance for Jim." Yeah, anyone's like, all the audience, because they're all over 50, like, yeah, fair enough. You want a good physio, you know? I know a good surgeon. He's had a fall.
Yeah, he took a turn.
Yeah. We were discussing this the other day. At what age does it go from falling over to having a fall?
That's great. I reckon 60. I reckon when you hit 60, you have a fall. My parents have falls. Yeah, they're in their 80s. So yeah, definitely 80s is falls.
Oh yeah, definitely 80s is having.
I'm 50. I'm not falling yet. Falls yet.
You're far off it.
Yeah. When was the last time you actually fell over though?
Oh, I fell over in the street carrying my bum. That was bloody embarrassing. I slipped on like one of those Telstra metal things on the footpath, and I just went up, bang like that. And to my credit, I hung on to my bums, my current bums, and I just. And no one was around. There was a guy walking towards me, and he just went, "Are you all right?" It was just sort of like embarrassing. But it is quite. I have to say, it's quite. When it happens, it's quite traumatic.
Oh, you can imagine.
Yeah, I reckon. Anyway, we'll let you go because I know you've been to the dentist and you're in pain. Charlie's got to go because he's all over the place.
Well, no, I need to get some dry needling done on my hip, funny enough.
Oh, man. You should see Jim Mognine's physio.
Yeah, I'll ask him when I see him at the winery.
Jim, who's your surgeon?
Who's your physio?
Jay doesn't have these problems yet, so
no. Although I am old, I feel like I'm getting older anyway. But tickets are available on the Kumi Club website. It's March 19th.
And there's other comics on this. The great Doug Chappell, who's a great comic, and Dougal is emceeing. So there's three of us. It's value for money. People.
You should have bought Tommy and Carl.
Tommy and Carl.
Oh, just Tommy. Don't worry about Carl.
I don't know how they'll go over.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Just Tommy, not Carl, because I don't think Carl would go down too well.
Carl's from Maryborough, though. So
that's true, yeah, country boy, yeah.
And he could just hang shit on Maryborough. Everyone always hangs it on Maryborough.
Yeah, for a good reason.
Yeah.
Where do I hang it on when I'm in this place? Like, where do I go? Oh, are you from? When in case a yobbo yells out.
Gol.
Yeah, I was going to say Gol.
Or Barunga. No, probably Barunga.
Yeah.
Barunga?
Yeah.
Oh, there's someone from Barunga. Sometimes you ask for the local reference and you get it totally wrong, though. And people will sort of go, what's he talking about?
Gol's a pretty safe bet because there'll be a few people from Gol there, I reckon, too.
Gol. We'll write it down. Like that.
Yeah.
What a great name.
Make a note.
How long is it going to take me to drive up?
About 6 hours.
Oh, God. All right.
This is why people fly.
This is those podcasts, the Dum Dum Club. I'm driving.
Yeah. Or listen to the Vale podcast.
Yeah. Your first favourite podcast.
Oh, the Vale podcast, of course. That's
yeah, of course. Yeah. That one.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Dave. And we'll speak to you soon when we've got a date locked in for a performance in Robinvale.
Yeah, I'd love to come to Robinvale.
Yeah, we'd love you to come to Robinvale. Yeah. We could do a live little Dum Dum Club.
Oh, crossover. I don't think we cross over much. Apart from Dave.
We could collab. Isn't that the buzzword now? We collab.
Yeah. They'll be rap. Wait till I tell them that I spoke to you. What, Chulutz? Wait till I tell them that you got.
Yeah, they'll love it. I'm sure they will.
He's on there. Are you a Patreon? You must be because you've got the merch.
No, you can buy the merch.
Anyway. Okay.
Yeah. Every time I do go to I went to Bansdale at the Big Blokes lunch years ago, and this guy just comes up and he goes, "Hey, mate." Yeah. Like, yeah, g'day. He goes, "No, hey, mate," which is
what
you say the Dum Dum Club.
You're supposed to say, "G'day, dickhead."
Yeah. He was a big fat guy, of course.
Yeah.
They always are.
Yeah. Podcast listeners.
Well, the last greeting I heard Dave say when we were playing it in here before was "G'day, poofters."
Oh, yeah, I say that. That's my catchphrase. G'day, poofs. Yeah.
I love the word poofters.
I'm going to get cancelled.
Yeah. I feel like, maybe. We both will.
Yeah, we may. I'll cut it out. It's fine. This is not live radio.
The Vale podcast. It's all about the Vale.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thank you very much. Charlie, you can go.
See you later.
All right.